And what we're going to talk about it, we're going to be direct. We're going to be clear. We're not going to have any fillers. And we're going to teach y'all and talk about exactly what is written, not adjusted, but what is needed for you to learn and understand. Today we're going to talk about how to know God, how to please the Most High God, talk about keeping the commandments, and importantly enough, we got to know who you are. All praises to the Most High. So listen up, take a step back, and learn today. Today, oh yeah, we're going to talk, we're going to preach. All praises, not preach, we're going to teach. We give praise to the Most High because this is the opportunity we have on a Saturday. Ain't no rushing. This is for those who has the ear to hear, that's able to humble themselves, because I know that a lot of people is just stuck, drunk off the wine of Babylon, stuck in the ways of the devil, which says, do as thou wilt. And a lot of people has forgotten about what God said, which was to keep the Sabbath day and keep it holy. So there's a separation. But today, hopefully there is an awakening of those who really love him, that's willing to keep his commandments. But first, you got to humble yourself to learn who you are. So let us begin. Once again, we're not going to talk about no religion, just scripture. First and foremost, for those who don't believe, I'll say it out loud right now. There is a God. I'm going to say it again. There is a God. He expects something from you. He tests you and he gives you a reward if you're obedient to his word. And also, he punishes, I'm going to say it again, he punishes disobedience. And as for you black people here in America and throughout the disparity, I need to let you know who you are in the grand book called the Bible, the only book in the world that tells you from the beginning to the end. And right now, whether you know it or not, you're in a movie because Christ ain't came back yet. So therefore, the movie is still playing and you're in it. So whether you want to be a person that was just hired to be walking up and down the street, or do you want to be the person that's going to be paid, which is like the main actor in the role of the movie? It's up to you on which rewards you want to get. Do you want to get paid for doing good and going with the script that was laid out for you? Or do you just want to be the person that was in the movie that you see walking down the street? Choice is yours. Like I said, I'm not here to judge, but everybody's going to make their own way. You make the choice who you're going to serve today. In Psalms chapter 14 and verse 1, it says that the fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Oh boy, people right now saying that there is no God. And in Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 5, it says, I am the Lord, and there is none else. So look around you. What you see right now is creation, and the creation itself testifies for itself that if it's being created and the things that you see has been created, you better believe that there was a creator to make the creations that you see. So you better believe that there is a God. And that same God is the same God that you're going to see on the day of judgment. So hopefully we wake up, black man, Hispanic, Native American, and all the people that believe in the Most High God to come back before it's too late. In Romans chapter 1 and 20, his invisible attributes are clearly seen. Once again, if there is a creation, there is a creator, and you will, at the end of the day, answer to him. So this brings me up to my question there. For those who really believe in the Most High God, what must you do to please the Most High? I'm talking about the Most High, the God of all gods, the true and only, the Ancient of Days, the God of Israel, if you didn't know. In Hebrews 11:6, it says, without faith, it is impossible to please him. So what that means? Faith is not talk. Faith is obedience. So lip service won't get you anywhere. In John chapter 14, verse 15, he says, read it out. What do the book of John chapter 14, verse 15 says? If you love God, he wants you to do something. So this is a pretty profound thing. Go ahead and read it out, brother.
John chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
What did he say?
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
If you love the Most High God and you serious about it, he says to do what?
Keep my commandments.
So God got things on this earth that he said that he wants you to do. So if you love him, wouldn't you do the things that he told you to do? And on the other side, if you don't love him, wouldn't you just go do your own thing? Wouldn't that go with more of what Satan says? What do Satan say? What's his words? Do as thou wilt. You do everything in the world that you want to. Don't worry about God. Just live your life. Woo. The bad part about that is that when you take your last breath, your grace period is over. How much do you really love this world when you can't take the world with you? If you love me, keep my commandments. That's what God said. Thus says the Lord in John chapter 14 and verse 15. So what that means is don't open your mouth and say that you love God and you live in sin. Don't you open your mouth and say that you love the Most High God and you turn around and you live in sin, especially when you know about the commandments. That's the thing. So how do you become a new creature? It's when you learn and you turn around when you find out that you was doing something wrong according to his word, and you go and do it for him. That goes right back into what we were talking about earlier of your faith. Yeah, you got to believe. And that's your first stance of showing your faith, is when you learn that you've been taught wrong all these years, and you learn what God say to do, and you say, hey, I'm going to follow that in the face of the devil, because you better believe the devil rules this world. You better believe it. Christ ain't came back yet. There's no peace on earth. There's murder, killing. There's all manners of wickedness here. And when Christ comes back, all of that's going away. He's coming back with a sword, if you didn't know. And he's coming back not to send peace on earth, but a what? But a sword. Yes, sir. He's coming back with a sword. So hopefully we all get your mind correct. So if you say what you say, you love God and you live in sin, negative.
I think that you should give them a couple of commandments of the Lord so that they understand. When in John 14:15, when it says, keep my commandments, let's go with a few commandments for them so that they'll know, like as far as like today's the Shabbat. A lot of people might not know that.
Right. So if we jump into the book of Exodus, so the book of Exodus tells us something that came from God's word. He was given to his chosen people. Hint, hint. You black people, you are the descendants of the biblical Israelites in the Bible, particularly from the tribe of Judah. The same tribe that the Messiah came out of, with bronze skin like he burnt in the fire and with woolly hair. Yeah, that man, the Hebrew, the one that came from the tribe of Judah. Did you know that black people actually from that same tribe coming off of the slave ships and also fit the prophecy of not even knowing who they are upon all the people upon the face of the earth? You're matching up that prophecy. Now, in Exodus, the Sabbath day was given to a particular people, just like the covenants was given to a particular people to be a representation of the Most High God on the earth of righteousness. And he gave his covenant to the 12 tribes of Israel, the same ones that he said, let my people go from Egypt. Them same people at the bottom of Mount Sinai with Moses when he opened up the Red Sea. It's you. Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, y'all are the chosen people of God. And guess what? That right there is the biggest kept secret in the world. Forget about the UFOs, forget about demons, forget about anything else. Because right now, if you ask yourself, why is it that your history starts on slave ships and nothing else before that? Then you'll start to realize how deep the rabbit hole goes about who you are. You're the chosen people. Why are you hated among all people, and what did you do to be hated so much? All the questions are right there in the very Bible that everybody pick up every Sunday. But why won't they tell you? Interesting. So let's go back to that covenant. He says what? On Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8, he worked for 6 days, going back to the book of Genesis, right? And on the seventh day, what did he do? He rested. He also constituted and made this a law for God's chosen people and for the world should be, because in the kingdom of heaven, you better believe everybody will be keeping the commandments. Everybody. What does it say in Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8?
Exodus 20 verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Remember the what?
The Sabbath day.
Now the Sabbath day is the only commandment in the 10 commandments that starts off with remember. Why would he need to put in the scriptures? And that's how good the scriptures is. Oh my God. The scriptures is so good that he even put it in future tense. Remember the Sabbath day and to keep it holy. Why? Because we was going to forget, just like how we don't even know who we are today, sister. We was going to forget to keep the Sabbath day holy. And that was a commandment given to us. And guess what? The same way how everything rests on the seventh day, according to God, we're supposed to be keeping the Sabbath day the same way they're keeping it up there in the heavens right now. They're resting. We're supposed to be right on earth, what they say, as it's done on the earth, as it is in heaven. Exactly. So today is a very special day. Today is the Sabbath day. They teach, and they have changed it up on us. Sunday is not the seventh day of the week. Look at your calendar. Sunday is the first day of the week, which will make what? The Sabbath day, which is the seventh day.
According to the calendar, the seventh day is Saturday. Today,
Saturday is the Sabbath of rest. And he said to what? Keep it holy. That's right.
But if the Sabbath day is Saturday, then why do these Christian pastors and these Christian churches go to church on Sunday?
Powerful question there, good sir. Powerful question. Have you ever heard of the Council of Nicaea?
Yeah, a little son.
So that's when a group of people came in and said, hey, we're going to take this out of the Bible and we're going to put this in. We're going to mix a little paganism in there. We're going to say, instead of calling it Passover, we're going to say it's Easter with bunny rabbits and eggs. What that got to do with Christ? And we're also going to change this day from the seventh day, God's holy day of the Sabbath. We're going to say it's going to be Sunday. Therefore, we can make our own rules and we can be like gods on the earth. And we're going to get the people and change up the world.
So if that's the case, then that would make these Christian pastors false prophets for changing the word of God.
Oh boy, there is a judgment for that. Because once you know better, once again, the time is set, and it's not like you can trick the Most High and his angels. You can't trick them. I'm going to say it again. You cannot trick them. The Most High knows your heart. And your heart is something that nobody else can see. That's your thoughts. And the Bible, when they talk about your heart, it's not the heart that pumps blood. It's actually your thoughts. It's what's inside of you, and only you know. And guess who else know? The Most High God knows your heart. He knows your thoughts. And that right there is the true testament about who you really are. Once again, going back to your thoughts or your heart. The Most High, he is not fooled. He's not fooled. No, you cannot fool the Most High. How do you show your faith?